Good morning. Happy Friday. Who's warming up with me? Yes. Back day. I have been looking forward to this workout all week. I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to feel good. It's going to hit every muscle on our back. And when I come out of a workout like this, I just feel taller. Taller and stronger immediately. We don't get a lot of muscle soreness with back. So you really have to focus your brain into the movements. I've got a couple of different hand grips which will obviously affect your shoulder joints differently. Carrying a load, that might not be great for some conditions. So modify. It's time to start learning how to say, hey, this doesn't work, but I think I can do it like this. All right? And again, I'll continue to give you those cues. We're going to need a band to do our muscle-specific warm-up. So in general, you do a general warm-up, whether you walk on a treadmill, walk outside, big limbering movements, just move your arms and legs and get the blood flowing, okay? Then we move into a specific, muscle-specific. And we're doing back, all of muscle back, backs of the muscle today. So we're going to start off with pull downs. That will get, we'll fire up those. 9 and 10. So you should be able to feel some traps jumping to come up to life. Your big lat muscles, your shoulders, okay? Do another set. You could do some in front of your face. We don't have a lot of lat pull downs today, so this is a really big row day. That's for those of you that have equipment at home and you want to adapt these exercises to machines. You know, there's the seated cable row. You go unilateral, all right? You want to add a lat machine pull down, go ahead. Hyper extensions if you have a hyper bench. Those are all options, and if you have that equipment at home, I would imagine that you do know some of the adaptations that you could substitute for these dumbbell workouts. And 10, and we're going to go one more in front before we go on for a dumbbell row. All right, I'm going to use my bench for support. You might have a coffee table, you might have some sort of a solid piece of furniture that you can use in a couple different ways. All right. You could support yourself here on a bench, a longer bench, a coffee table. You could support yourself there. If there's issues, especially with low back, and you don't want forward flex in a loaded position, you might want to put your head on the back of a couch. That would be if you're doing two. But today we're doing unilateral work, so at some point, somewhere in the house, you can find something to support the movement, okay? So we start off with rows and good morning. So that's upper back and lower back, okay? Gonna wake everything up. 10 and 10, 3 times. Tall and pull with your back muscles, all right? This isn't my arm just wrenching that weight up. My back is actually contracting. And the result is my arm follows, okay? 10 and 10. And 10. And then we go for the good morning. A good morning might look to you like a stiff leg deadlift, okay? Stiff leg deadlift, I drive my hips out. But with a good morning, I want to target more of my low back, so I'm going to tip forward, almost into my toes. right? And so if you prefer not to use a weight at this point, you can find your stance that helps you feel stable, and then as you bring your brain into that area, okay? You might feel that remind you of something that you did previous in the week. So just be aware that that muscle group, your core, is involved in every exercise, in every training session. So, yeah. 10 and 10. Safe in and safe out of these exercises too, right? You know, even if you don't have a problem, you don't want to cause a problem. So exit, rearrange yourself and get into good postures, and then revisit the other side. And good stuff. So this first set again is recognizance. You're seeing how you feel. You're seeing your energy levels. You're seeing your strength. I feel a really good, strong day here for myself, and I'm going to gradually go up and wait until I feel I'm not getting good reps out anymore, and then I'll make adjustments again. Isolated training, you're feeling this in your low back, and that's the idea. Hamstrings are also going to ping in there a little bit. I mean, that whole area is all interconnected, your back, glutes, hamstrings, yeah. Whew. And 10. Nice. Woo. Straight forward. And 10. Okay. Almost done here. I don't know if I'll use that again, but I'll keep it close. And yeah, you really want to focus in on those good mornings, okay? Like I said, we do have to strengthen that low back. You do have to be aware as it's progressing to stronger that there's not a little issue as you move along. The next one is a reverse grip. So usually with my rows, my palm is facing towards my thigh. This time I want it to face out, forward, reverse grip. Now this is where I was saying if you have any issues with joints, pay attention, okay? It's a tempo lift. So what we're gonna do is up for one, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, and down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it? So that isometric contraction at the top is gonna cause the work, all right? I'm gonna do it unsupported, and I'm gonna ask my back to work a little bit more, okay, now that it's warmed up. But you might still be at the point where, and it's perfectly logical and to get an idea about the movement itself, to use support, all right? And that is straight set. Straight set means we go back and forth, same exercise, 3 times. All right. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Good. Right leg to the other side. So allow yourself to go there. Feel the contraction and hold it there. Otherwise, you're going to feel it in the joint, all right? Those muscles, the rotator cuffs, are totally involved stabilizing at the joint. You need to think about your back. Whew. Oh, already. Feels like we're on the 3rd round. I think we're only on the 2nd. We got this. Oh, yeah, more challenging than you would imagine, huh? And watch your back, okay? I flipped over to support midway through. I don't have to do it all today. A little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, a little bit every day. Here's our last set. Reverse grip, row with a tempo. Okay, all good? I think that was it. Oh, good stuff. We're gonna do one set burn out. Upper, back, shoulders, rear delt fly, okay? Rear delt fly, rear delts. 15 to 20 band pulls, just burn it out. 4, I think I can go a little heavier. 15, yeah, nice. So now we're going into a dead stop row, and if you haven't been with me before, that means the weight goes back to the floor, stops dead, and then you pick it up again. Similar, you guys, to the gorilla, but it's on one side, okay? So dead stop row, pull it up. You can use no support, you can use support, but we're also putting a rear delt fly in there with it. You'll grab a lighter weight, all right? And your dead stops can be a little heavier and your rear delt a little lighter. Let's see, we'll try that. So we're gonna go 8, 8, and then change, okay? Should bring the other weight out. I'm going to. It's just that, you know, if you've got your area set up the way you like it, it just smooths the transitions from one side to the other. And I think it actually makes it safer than as you're fatigued, lifting a weight and putting it to the other side. So let's do that. Dead stop row, watch, you're gonna leave it on the floor and I'm gonna pick it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right into my rear delt fly. Okay. Make sure that posture is perfect, even in that forward flex position. So when you're starting this workout or this exercise, bring yourself into that exaggerated posture, the cartoon character. Break at the hip and come down, all right? You're not going to address this movement all scrunched up and pulling, okay? You're lengthened, you're square, and you're tall and strong. And 8. 2 more rounds. Watch that supporting arm here too. There's an awful lot of pressure on those joints and your body's slightly mobile, so tour. Take the tour. Always. Round 2. Let's go. Did one too many. Hate that. Whew. This is cardio. It feels very challenging. got this. That's work. One more set. Remember, you want to come out fresh. So take the rest, the recovery that you need in between. Lower the weights if you need to. Remember that it's your upper back pulling this. You're not hiking it up with your whole torso, twisting it and causing problems, okay? Usually issues are they happen when you start fatiguing and you kind of move away from perfect form. For the most part, your body's going to take care of you, but you need to be aware and you need to learn the signs right up front. Oh, beautiful. I have lost my ability to speak. Focus. Oh, here we go. Good? Dizzy? Foggy glasses? Yeah. So now we've got another face pull, band pull, 15, 20 reps, and then we've got the Renegade Rows. I gotta figure out a way to modify for you guys. The next one also has a Superman hyper, and we did those snow angels yesterday, right? So watch your low back on the Superman hyper, make your adjustments. As well, we were doing the good mornings, and anything forward flexed, your back muscle is working isometrically to keep you stable. So we've done a lot of work for low back, so just be aware. Oh, 12, 13, 14, and 15, beauty. So we're going on the floor for our next Renegade Row. That means you're in a plank position, high plank, and you're going to row. We're gonna go 10 on one side, and then we're gonna do 10 on the other, and then we're coming down to that Superman. That being said, I think it would be reasonable to get into a fairly good plank position here and try the same thing, or without any weight at all, maybe just alternating your arms to start allowing your brain to, you know, get all the muscles necessary for this movement lined up and ready to go. Alrighty, I have no idea. I'm gonna start with a 12. I might go to 15, I don't know. So, how about this? So I would think that you could also modify it here with a lighter weight. Get perfect form first, okay? So, 10 and 10. Who wrote this board? Oh my God. Crazy. All right. So I'm up in plank position. My feet are wider for support. I just like that. And 1. Good. Come on down if you need. Go right over to the other side if you don't. Good. And then you're Superman. Just up and down. 2, 3. Okay, go easy on yourself. If you're not making the transitions as quickly as I am, go at your own pace. If you're not getting the reps done as fast as I'm getting, relax, okay? As your training progresses, your brain and your muscles communicate better, quicker, and your tempo will increase. But it'll increase with good form and good movements, okay? So don't force a quicker tempo before your body's able to handle a safer, quicker tempo. See, I could be on my knees for this, right? Modified. You know where the other weight could come in handy. If you're on your knees, that would lift you up slightly and you'd have more range of motion here, all right? So keep that in mind. Superman. Oh. And 10. For me, maybe come on up in that stretch. That might be your last one, all right? If you've had enough, you've had enough. We're coming back and doing it all again next week and the next week and the next week. So, again, progress. Last set, I'll drink to that. Yeah, I was gonna try this, I liked it. So if I'm up a little higher, even if I'm in the full out position, full plank, good. Oh. Got that full body shake in a good way. Good. Very nice. Superman. And a good stretch, okay? Number one, tension in your neck. Number two, low back. You can do those washing machine, just rhythmic circles in both directions. That one's always so relaxing. And then, what is this, the drier one? And change. All right. So again, any kind of stretch that you need, especially if you've been to a physiotherapist, chiropractor, some medical professional for some acute or chronic injuries, you should be doing your homework now. Your body's nice and warm and you're really aware of all the parts. Okay. So, for the guys that are going and doing a glute day with me tomorrow, I'm going to post it later on today, and I'll make sure that you have all the equipment you need. We're going to start off slowly with what we have, and then I will present equipment that would be useful as we move forward. All right? It's not going to be anything more than what we've been doing. It'll just be targeting and giving that one more day of work on a muscle group. You have to sleep properly to recover. You have to eat properly to build, okay? And you have to know your responses, okay? So you have to be familiar with all the basics before we can move on and take this to another level. And I know you can do that. So enjoy your weekend. If I don't see you guys, the boards will be out on Sunday. The regular programming that's going to get you where you need to go. It'll all be out on Sunday. And cheers. Have a great weekend. This is where we do the walk. And we can. See you guys.